For the past 521 days, I've been living a state of peace and happiness. In fact, not a single one of these images, which I'll show you, have happened to me. I have not fallen off a cliff, I have not been attacked by a bear, and I haven't had my house burned down. It's been great. I also haven't been struck by lightning, sunk in a ship, or been involved in a serious plane crash. But the real miracle is neither of these situations that happened to me either. And I know exactly what is going through each one of your minds right now. Two different thoughts. The first thought is you're thinking, oh my gosh, these things happen to me all the time, constantly. And I understand that. But I also know that you are wondering how none of this has happened to me for the past 521 days. And that's what I want to share with you today. 521 days ago, I took a challenge given by Admiral William R. McCraven, a former Navy SEAL. And he said that if I chose to accept that challenge, that it would put me on a potential pathway to change the world. But I think he'd also agree to be a pathway that can save our lives. My name's Jaron Erickson, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about making our beds each morning. Now, with permission from Professor Harrison, he's allowed me to show a little bit of a graphic image for you guys. So I don't think anyone's under 18, we're okay. But if you have a weak stomach, feel free to just look away for a second. Count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, here it is. I don't even want to look at it, which is great while I'm up here. This is honestly scarier than Halloween to me. Now, many of us have seen a situation like this before, and I hate to say it, but many of us, including myself, have been involved and been a victim of an accident like this. Now, my purpose today is to help us understand why this is such a problem, and why it plagues so many people around the world, especially college students. And I will do so by sharing 3 reasons with you about why it's a problem, and then state a solution of what can be done to overcome it. So the first reason why this is such a hard thing is that it is a terrible way to start our mornings. To help better illustrate this point, every morning we wake up and choose not to make our bed. You can count it as a bad decision. Now, we've also learned from experts that after 21 days of doing something, we can make a habit. So if I understand this right, if I don't make my bed for 21 days in a row, that's 21 bad decisions in a row. So all of a sudden, I put myself in a bad habit of making bad decisions, and someday you might end up like this, jumping out of a plane with no parachute. Now, that is something that we do not want to happen to anyone here today. Now, the second reason why not making our beds can form such a problem is because we begin to forget that the small things in life actually do matter. I like to call it small things dementia. Now, it honestly does start small. We may begin to forget our car keys over and over. We may even block them in the car. It's just something small. But have you guys ever recognized how small it is to look both ways when crossing the street? Try not doing it one time and see what the consequences are. The final reason why it's a problem to not make our bed is that we can lose hope in tomorrow. Now, every time we're choosing not to make our bed, we are putting ourselves on a pathway leading to destruction, one of these things happening to us in our lives. And honestly, that can cause us to live in a state of endless fear. But I hope that each of you are asking, what can be done? What can we do to overcome this problem? And after hours of research, studying different topics, conducting experiments, and most importantly, according to the experts, it's simple. All we have to do is make our bed every morning. According to Admiral McCraven, as we choose to make our bed every morning, we are able to start off on a great note. He said that when we wake up and make our bed, we accomplish our first task of the day. And he said by accomplishing that first task, we can fill ourselves with a sense of pride and encouragement. And with that encouragement, that can lead us to do another task, and another, and another, and another, until by the end of the day, we've accomplished many tasks. In fact, we may have accomplished everything that we needed to for that day, and potentially set ourselves on a way to changing the world. Admiral McCraven also says that as we make our beds in the morning, we will be reminded that the small things in life actually do matter. One of my favorite quotes, given by Senator Dan Coates of Indiana, says, "The only preparation for that one profound decision which can change a life are those hundreds and thousands of half-conscious, self-defining, seemingly insignificant decisions made in private. These small things that we do in life add up, and over time they can lead to great things happening. Small things help us know what we're truly capable of. They also help define what type of person we really are. And finally, making our bed can fill us with a sense of hope. Honestly, bad days do happen. No matter how hard we try to avoid them, we will walk away with bad days sometimes. But as we choose to make our beds, we can walk into our room, look at a bed that we made ourselves, and know that we did accomplish something that day. And that tomorrow we can be filled with hope, knowing that we can accomplish something again tomorrow, and potentially lead us on a pathway to changing the world. So my invitation for you today, instead of waking up tomorrow and being filled with excuses like it's too cold, or my mom's not here to make me, or I don't have time, which is ridiculous because it takes like 10 seconds to make your bed. But instead of giving these excuses, choose to make your bed. Because as you do, you will be filled. You will have a great start to a day. You will recognize that the small things in life do matter. That you have hope for today, hope for tomorrow. So that you can have happiness in your life and inner peace inside. Thank you so much.